What's up, nail geeks? I am back with Glam Polish's Winter Song Collection. This is a set of 6 polishes with varying iridescent winter shades. So without further ado, let's dive right in. First up is Winter Rose. This is described as a dusty rose crelly with shifting iridescent flakies and ultra hollow glitter. So this has a true crelly-like formula to it. It does have just the slightest bit of a more jelly-like lean to it. And for opacity, I'm going to suggest 2 coats on it. Now, I want to make a blanket statement that all of the polishes in this collection, in my opinion, are of the softer feel on formula. So depending on your preference, this is really going to play a factor in whether or not you go up to a 3rd coat on some of these. Now this one self-levels very nicely and it gives you that strong iridescent effect. The ultra hollow glitters in this one are very sparsely scattered throughout this one, so I think it's a really subtle type of effect with it. And I'm going to suggest going in with a good glossy top coat to finish it off. And next is Fairy Tale of New York. This is a gray purple crelly with Aurora shimmer and ultra hollow glitter. So again, going on the whole dusty type of theme here, these are what I would consider more muted type of colors. Now, I am going to complain once again about my repair on this middle nail here. It's funny that I just got so tired of looking at it this last week. I worked on these swatches last weekend that I have completely filed so much. So you're going to start seeing quite a bit of a drastic difference on the length of my nails in the next couple of videos. But I feel like I'm on the struggle train for this one, and this break is just something else and it's awful. I don't think it really played a whole big factor in my coats for this collection, but I'm definitely going to keep that in mind as I go over coats and whatnot for recommendations. And next is Shelter from the Storm. This is a dusty sage crelly with Aurora shimmer and ultra hollow glitter. So this one is very similar to Fairy Tale of New York in terms of formula. It's got quite a bit of that crelly feel, but in my opinion, I think it leans just a touch more on the jelly side. And again, for opacity, I'm going to suggest 2 coats. And when you build it up, there's quite a bit of that strong Aurora shimmer. In indoor lighting, it's going to take on that reddish, almost copperish-like effect. And at very extreme angles, there's just the slightest bit of a almost goldish green sort of color roll to it. Now in this one, I feel like the ultra hollow glitters are a bit more noticeable, say compared to that first one. And again, I'm going to suggest going in with a good glossy top coat. And next is Angel in the Snow. This is a white crelly with Aurora shimmer and ultra hollow glitter. So this is one of those white crellies I would describe as a true stark sort of white. And it does have what I consider to be the thinnest formula in the set. So in my opinion, if you have any sort of imperfections on your nails, looking at myself here, if there's any bit of a texture issue or anything like that, I'm going to suggest using some type of leveling base coat. So a ridge filler of some type, I think that's really going to flatter this one the best. And again, it does have a thin formula. So if you want to conserve your bottle, I could definitely see a white type of cream base being awesome for this one. But if you choose to wear it on its own, then I think 3 light to normal coats are going to flatter it the best. But again, it's not so forgiving if you have imperfections on your nails. So on the 3rd coat here, you can kind of see that Aurora shimmer coming out just a touch more. I do want to note in person, you can see a bit of a reddish cast in some lighting, but I do think that the very stark white of that base color does kind of take over the shimmer and the hollow glitters. So I do think in person, it's just a touch subtle. We have Snowbird. This is a blue-gray crelly with shifting iridescent flakies and ultra hollow glitter. So this one is very similar to that first one in terms of formula and buildup. I think 2 coats is going to be fine for most. This has just the slightest bit of a more richer formula to it compared to the others. And for opacity, I think 2 coats is going to be perfectly fine. You get a very strong iridescent effect from those flakes. Now this one, very similar to that first one, Winter Rose. The ultra hollow glitters here, in my opinion, are on the subtle side. So there's a touch of a sparkly effect, but it's not overly intense. Now this one also dries down flat, similar to the others. So again, I'm going to suggest a good glossy top coat to finish off with. And last but not least, we have Sweater Weather. This is a dusty lilac curly with shifting iridescent flakies and ultra hollow glitter. So again, I would classify this one as the flaky type compared to the previous one and the first one. Really nice flattering base color to this one. I think this might be my top pick in the set. I really like how this one builds up very well, and I think it's a very flattering type of shade in the universally flattering category. So again, I think 2 to 3 coats is going to be perfectly fine, and really pops on the flaky factor here. Now, once again, I do think this one also behaves like the other ones, where that ultra hollow glitter is subtle, and it's not really going to be what's taking your eye's attention the most. So again, finish off with a glossy top coat and you are good to go. Now, the Winter Song collection releases December 11th at 2 p.m. Eastern Time on Glam Polish's shop. There will be a promo for this release as well. So the first 72 hours, you can save 5% off all individual shades in the store with the code WINTER5 and 10% off all full collections with the code WINTER10. I'll break all of this down below in the description box, and I'll link you guys below to Glam Polish's shop if you want to check them out, and the Facebook fan group for additional swatches and all that good stuff. This is a limited edition set. Just wanted to throw that out there. And as always, if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.